AI has taken over the world. Okay. All right. So the Forge Master. Axis Fusion Matrix. Of course, we're gonna put the scrap katanas, but like, see, it gives you 5 right off the bat when you start the game. It shouldn't. Shouldn't do that, and then this tutorial should happen right around like maybe level 5. But let's exploit the fuck out of this. What's up, baby girl?
Can I play?
Yeah, if you want to. All right, hold on. Let's get you to the. So,
Daddy.
learn how to move a little bit. Learn how to attack, and then you gotta click this green door. All right.
Okay. Daddy,
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE
Daddy.
said, hello.
So Stone Cold, look, trip out,
Wait.
trip out, Stone Cold.
Wait.
I got you right here, homie. Got you right here with Mankind.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE said, your daughter looked beautiful.
Oh, thank you, man. She's my pride and joy. Both of them. Both of them. Both of them. Oh, there it is.
You can save it.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE said,
It has that.
YOLO.
Yo, I was Gucci.
I would have omitted it.
All right. Can you-
I would have omitted it.
And this is how you attack?
Daddy, I would.
Yeah, mommy, but we're not gonna do that right now.
Dad.
All right. And then left. And then let's see. Try to hit that box.
The box?
Oh, right there on the floor.
Hit the box?
Yeah. So you're gonna want to put your like right there, point at the box, and then kind of just hit it. All right, cool. And now,
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE said, is that a game?
it's a game that I'm making with AI. You know,
Let me turn around.
it's like a little small top-down shooter RPG game that also implements swords, right? So like,
You like it?
it's pretty much an RPG, but instead of turn-based, it's attack or it's an action RPG that I want to make. All right, baby, but no, you gotta. Yeah, that's I need to fix that. So go back, go back, and we kind of click here. There's no door, but just click it, and then it takes you back. All right. You want to go to this one? Just click on it, and then you get inside. You talk to the guy. Click on the door. Get out here. All right.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE
I can see.
Yeah.
Said.
Yes.
did you made the game?
I mean, I didn't make it myself. I used AI right here. So look right here. So I am using an app called Gemini. It's free. And then if you use too much of it, then it starts charging you, which is very little.
Mommy. Daddy.
But it's worth the power that it's giving you, right? Like, this stuff's cool, bro. Like, all right, so let's say add change in attack icon, implement fusion level display, add fusion figure state.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE said, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Stone Cold. Merry Christmas. All right, but let me just show you. Add fusion core cost to UI. All right, maybe enhance fusion description. Let's do that. All right, and then it'll say, look right here. It's kind of small. I'm not sure if you could read that, but it says in the data items file for the fuse item, enhance their descriptions to dynamically include fusion path, fusion. So this is all coding stuff, right? Like this is all like this coding. I don't do this. I never went to school for this stuff, right? Like, but I always had these ideas for games and apps and stuff, right? Like, and I'm taking advantage of AI, right? So now let's
At
hit
Stone
this
Cold
prompt.
Steve Austin WWE
Let's hit.
Said. I can't read that. It too small.
It's too small. Yeah, my bad. Let me see if I can fix this.
No, you're not.
All right.
But I know you're not gonna fix it. You can't.
Don't be a hater. Yeah.
It's it.
But yeah, so like right there, yeah, it's doing this right now, right? So yeah, it's loading, it's generating the prompt. You could probably go to the code.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE. Said. Thanks for zooming in.
No, all day data. You go to items,
Can you go to
fusion path, fusion level. All this is probably gonna start changing.
Daddy, you can go to my school.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to that school.
I know. I gotta go to school for this, huh?
Want my school or your school? I think you're gonna supposed to come on my school, Dad.
Yeah.
Daddy.
I haven't coded. Neither
At
have
Stone
I.
Cold Steve Austin WWE.
Daddy, like.
Said. I haven't coding before.
Yeah, neither have I. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this, dude. Look at this. It's doing it by itself.
A comic.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE. Said. Do you need a coring license?
Do you need a coding? You mean? No.
At Stone
no.
Cold Steve Austin
No.
WWE. Said. Yo, that crazy.
That's crazy, huh? Right? All right. So it's coding all that shit by itself. It implemented these pathways for fusion. I go here to the blacksmith who does the fusion on the items. You click on it. All right. Now we just put these ones. The primary path, the secondary path is the catalyst. This one will get destroyed when you fuse.
Ready.
All right, hold on, baby. This is too hacked, right? I add 5 cores, which is the max, and it adds this 10 stagger to my attack, and it raises it from 21 to 40. Like it just doubles its attack. So that's crazy, right? And it's gonna guarantee, because it's the first one, the tutorial. It's gonna guarantee a fusion. So that's just too much, too OP. Because then I can go over here. This is the arena. Oh wow! Already gives me the charge.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE. Said. Do you have experience?
I mean, fuck. When I was a kid, there used to be an app called MySpace. And then on MySpace, you can get like HTML codes and stuff like that, and then change the way your profile looked. Like we were literally flirting with the 6-figure job thing, right? Like I remember it's. I don't know if you know what Facebook is or was, but it's pretty much yeah, I killed that frog all quick. It's pretty much Facebook, right? But before Facebook. And whereas Facebook, you can't change nothing, MySpace was completely changeable. So you can like change the way your shit looked. You can rip images from the internet, right? Since it's like it's just coding and it's already on the internet. So what you would do is like you create like a portal or whatever, and it'll just.
Can I play?
Yeah, baby, sure. I mean, all right. Good luck.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE. Said. I subscribed you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Alright. Oh no, they got you in the wall. Run! This is probably easier if you want to use this one to move.
Yeah. I'm gonna see.
Okay, make sure you gotta keep the arrow right there. Don't go up here. Don't go over there. Keep the arrow in the game. Good job. Click the green. Make sure you move with the arrows, baby. That's how you walk. Oh, they got you.
Hey, that's not fair.
You're standing still, baby.
No.
So look. Alright. So we're already leveled up. We're already like 4 levels. Let's go here. So this is the Neuro. Oh wait, you can't see shit. Okay, my bad.
Then why you say a bad word?
'Cause I'm
At
a
Stone Cold
bad guy.
Steve Austin WWE
You're that.
said, I think that game looks so much easier.
I mean, you can't even see shit. But hold on. All right. I think right here will probably be good. Or you know what? No, let's go. Let's keep it here, and then we'll full screen it. Right. All right. Let's do full screen. So this is the what is it called? The skill tree. Something simple, because the idea for this is like a mobile game, right? Like I want this to be a mobile game. I want this to be simple but balanced, right? Right now I'm just playing and trying to get through. So let's do a momentum dash, split screen, combat flow, dash instantly. Let's just go with this one, I guess, and let's get rid of the survivor instincts. I'll probably get this one, or can I do both? I guess I can do them all. Let's just get them all. All
At
right.
Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE said, thanks.
Thanks, Dad. Thank you.
Daddy, this
Alright.
one side.
So this is the arena. This is where, like, you just come and, like, the starter, you just start, like, just leveling up. Like, oh my god. Baby, stop pressing buttons, please. Lucy, stop.
You're gonna run. No.
Alright.
You're gonna kill you, Daddy. Yeah. I'm a TV
Sweet. Alright, so I'm already level 5. Let's get out of here. Alright. So this guy, I just added quests. Alright, cleansing the fog. The stalkers are growing bold now. The safe haven near the safe haven boundaries. Eliminate 5 of them to secure the problem or the perimeter. So accept the mission. I gotta find 5 stalkers and kill them. This is the wilderness now, right? I'm not digging the black floor everywhere, right? But like I guess the AI is trying to like keep the mood of the game where it's like a post-apocalyptic. AI took over the world, trying to save the planet, realized that humans are the problem, and then started eliminating humans, right? Like, and then these are its creatures it created, destroying us and hunting us, right? So like that first level where we were at is a safe haven. Oh. So this is one of the first ones. One of these bots had this attack, right, where he would like lunge at you, and I'm like, oh, make him a frog. He's gonna be like a mecha frog boss or whatever, you know. So and then there's another one that like this Goliath one. I wanna change his attack and just make it to be like a dash, so he kind of like rumbles back a little bit and then just lunges straight at you. Whoa! Oh shit! All right. So let's I already killed the 5. I don't have a teleport yet, so I just gotta die. Kill me. Alright. Go back here. Collect my monies. Complete mission. Alright. So there's no shopkeeper, but here's a shop. All these items, right? I made all these items, right? Like I gave it a basic idea of what I wanted, and then it like created all this descriptions, right? Like I'm telling you, dude, this is dope. You have an idea, talk to AI, bro. It'll make it real for you, bro. But yeah, all right. So I don't really need nothing right now, cause I mean mine's at 41, so this the Apex would be a upgrade. But I think I'm cool right now with my attack, right? Like I'm cool with my sword. The idea of the sword of this is that you can fuse different attacks or different weapons. So maybe, okay, let's see. Maybe I can, because that's a legendary, so maybe I can fuse that katana with my okay, let's buy this. Now we have it. Oh, let's sell this other shit. Wasteland, old world stem. Oh no, keep that. Pipe pistol, wasteland rags. So the old world stem is health. What's up, baby?
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE said, do you need to pay for it to make the game?
No. So far I've been doing it for free. You know what? I'm lying to you.
Do you hear
I ran out of free tokens for my day, right? Like it's like, oh, dude, all right, you already like did enough. Like stop, or pay if you want to keep going. You need to pay. But so far, I was developing this game up till like a couple days ago, or maybe yesterday, where it asked me for an API, which is pretty much this thing right here, right? Like this is the choose a paid key for your Chronicles, right? For Overlord's Wake or whatever. I don't have it on right now, but yesterday it did ask for it. So, but yeah, so you could get away with a lot. Now, like, look, let's do something real simple, right? You know, ChatGPT. Let's go to ChatGPT. Let's get a new chat. Open a new tab, ChatGPT, and then let's do something called not cursor, but let's see, AI sign. Oh no, AI, HTML sandbox. CodePen. I think it's CodePen. CodePen's a good one. Perfect. CodePen's a great one. All right. So we're gonna select all, delete. Give me. Check this out. Let's say, make me a copy of Super Mario Bros. Can't make an actual copyright that would be copyrighted, but a playable browser game JavaScript runs instantly. All right, do that. So I'll copy that, what it said. Let's see, tech choices, HTML, copy. In plain HTML, no installs. Let's skip another line. If you want, I'll design an original character and world theme. Generate full playable game code. Put it in a single file you can open and host. All right. Also, and then copy that. All right, let's just do that. So check it out. Look at that thing. It's coding, bro. It's coding, my guy. It's coding, bro. Oh, where am I going? Where am I going? My bad. Here we go. All right, what's next? So, this was redundant. I guess I didn't need the this. Oh no, where is it? All right, the HTML sandbox. I guess I didn't need it because this does it automatically. Where am I at? Oh no, this is my other game. All right. So, copy code.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WW
Doesn't have a sandbox, I guess.
Said, yo.
All right, trip out, bro. Trip out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so I guess I gotta avoid them. Look at that. I already made a game for me, bro. All right. This HTML goes in the body, goes here. Learn more. Or is it JavaScript? I guess it. Let's see.
7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm pretty sure it was HTML. Mario inspired HTML. Yeah, it's HTML. Okay. I can add power-ups, double speed, sprite animations, multiple levels. Let's do Add power-ups and sprites. Paste. Jump midair, double jump, power-ups. And yo, like the idea is like, I'll show you. I'll show you something cool. I'll show you something cool. Okay.
Daddy.
Generate an 8-bit. Generate a sprite. Resembles.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE. Said. That crazy. You can make money and start a company by coding ChatGPT and teaching you how to do it.
Yeah,
Good
no,
job, I believe in you.
Yeah, no, thank you. 100. No, I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to do with this game, bro. But like, I'm just trying to show you like the basics, right? So like. All right, look at that. Now I got a hero. What is it called? What is it? What is it called when the sprite is animated in all the positions? Sprite sheet. Perfect. All right, make me a sprite sheet. Make me a sprite sheet of this character.
Daddy, that's you talking?
Let's see if this works. This is gonna be dope if this works, bro.
Daddy. And that's someone's. That's the girl.
So I hit the limit for the free ChatGPT 5. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Is it doing it? Oh shit.
Daddy, what's up, man?
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Upgrade to create faster. I want to pay for ChatGPT. But right now I'm paying for Google AI, so look at that. Kinda. This is not good. But whatever. Alright, whatever. Alright, This is not gonna let me. So add this sprite sheet to the game and make it the playable character. So this is just like, oh, it's not gonna let me, right? It's not gonna let me. Okay. So we're gonna just download this. Let's go to a new chat. Paste.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE. Said. It okay, it looks fine.
No. But I was thinking more like the other way. It's a jumping thing. You know, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know if you ever seen an actual sprite sheet like. Like that's Mega Man. You see, like it's all these positions. So like, if you do all, you know what I'm trying to say, right? So like, it's okay. Don't get me wrong, but like, you literally want to animate all those little positions, right? So then, okay. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Let me open my menu. Projects, downloads. Alright. Come on now. Is it not loading? Why not?
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE. Said. Nope, never seen it before.
No, I'm not trying to create an image. Alright, hold on. Go back. What am I doing? Ask anything. Alright. Make me a platform game like Super Mario Bros. Or Mega Man. Or you know what? No, make me a wrestling game. Yeah, make me a wrestling game. Make me a Flash wrestling game in HTML. Got it. Simple. Perfect. All right. I'm like, what am I doing? Make a wrestling game. I have a wrestling character, you know? Hold on. Now I want to add that picture. It won't let me. It won't let me. Okay, hold on.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE. Said. Put more characters on the wrestling game.
Copy. Let's see what this looks like.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE. Said. After you done making it.
Look at that. Look at that. Alright. Okay. Arrow keys to jump. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, this is not very interactive. Am I trying to like
What are you doing?
playing with myself? I'll control. You want to play here? You're this player and I'm this player.
Wait. I'm the green.
All right, hold on. Add attack moves.
I have attack move. Okay, that's right.
Or you know what? Let's move away from this and let's go to. Okay, all right. Playground. So I'm gonna show you a. This is why I go to Gemini, because Gemini has this already built in. You can go to build. Give me your ideas with Gemini. Make me a.
At Stone Cold
Flash.
Steve Austin WWE. Said. That don't look like a wrestling game.
It doesn't, but it's the basis of it, right? You're like just like so. Let's go to Gemini. We're fuck ChatGPT. Let's go to Gemini because Gemini has this built thing, which has its own sandbox, right? There's a thing called Cursor that you use with all other AIs, and it just does pretty much what I'm gonna show you right now. So make me a Flash wrestling game with HTML. So this has a little more balls, right? This is the paid version. Oh, it's probably not the paid version, right? So this is. I should probably switch to an APT. So done. It's gonna give me added. It's gonna give me like more. Currently using your API key right here. Bam. Look at that, bro. Look at that shit, homie. Look at that shit, bro. Oh my god. No, make it more. Is this turn based? No, I don't want a turn based.
I the
Make it. I don't want it turn based. I don't want it turn based. Make it like. What was it? What was the Nintendo one? Nintendo wrestling games. Retromania? Oh, Retromania Pro Wrestling. Which one was better? Best wrestling game. Retro wrestling game. Reddit. Well, not AI. Stop. What's your favorite retro wrestling game? Bam, there we go. Okay, hold on. Ooh, we can make it like fucking N64 actually. Why are your posts identical to the same 20 accounts always replied in 20 hours? No mercy. They No Mercy was the pinnacle of AKI license. Alright, let's go with No Mercy, bro. Alright? No, make it play like WC. Is it WCW, right? WCW No Mercy? Or Def Jams, right? Well, okay, that makes sense. Alright, make it play like No Mercy. And it's WWF No Mercy, right? I don't want it turn-based. Make it play like WWF No Mercy. Suplex. This guy's fucking me up. Iron Chad. Knocked me out.
I want to be the blue. Bye-bye.
Okay. So Z, grapple. So arrows to move, Z to strike, X to grapple, C to throw, V to pin. C to throw, V to pin. Okay. That's kind of shitty. Can we make it 64-bit? That's crazy if it is going to do 64-bit. I'm like, yo, let's try to do something like the Nintendo or Super Nintendo. And then I'm like, fucking Nintendo 64. That's going to be crazy. Okay. No, this isn't working. I don't like this at all. Make it, what was that game? Retromania Wrestling. Alright. Let's scrap this.
At Stone Cold Steve Austin WWE said, I'm going to bed now.
GG's, brother.
Merry Christmas to all of you. See
Retro
you at your
Mania.
another live.
Oh yeah, brother. Let me see. Retromania Wrestling. Yeah, you got me interested right now. Retromania Wrestling. Make me a game like Retromania Wrestling.
Is that what?
Tug of War grappling system. I don't like that. Pixel perfect collision and a high energy arcade HUD. There we go. Gucci, 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 gucci. Gucci, 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 gucci. Yeah, my mommy. You don't want one? Cherry tomato.
Yeah. It had juicy. Maybe like, here's some chocolate. I'm buying this. You want that?
Stop stealing my chocolates.
No.
You guys ate them all.
No, you're not that.
Let's see. No way. Okay, let's delete this. Back to start. No.
Patty.
Make me a flash game that plays like Retromania Wrestling, which is what, on the Nintendo, right? From the NES era of gaming. Analyze errors for 37 seconds.
I win. I get the last one. Bye-bye.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI.
What's up, guys? It's RGT, and today I wanted to show off something that I've actually been playing it for a couple of days, but I am super excited that this has finally come out. The DLC for Retromania Wrestling. Now, I do have this on my Xbox.
That's why I'm
I do
confusing
have
the
it on my
computer.
Nintendo Switch. We're playing it on the Switch 2 today. You see this new intro scene. It is how the game are in the cool here. So now, can I just show you what is happening here? We have Demolition and Macho Man Randy Savage
That's tight.
in
All right, hold on.
an RGT 85 ring. Like, this is insanity. Get off him. This is absolute insanity.
WrestleMania, right? WrestleMania. Yep. That's what I'm trying to make. But this would be tight, actually. Let's see. Retro Slam Mania. Rex Thunder. Select your wrestler. I'm gonna be fucking Big Bear. Listen here. Look at that. Oh my god. Big Bear is the new world champion. Big Bear versus Iron Jake. That's kind of whack. Alright, so now add wrestler bios. Implement stun state, add grappling. There you go. Jake is the new. Oh, I lost because I couldn't wrestle him. Just gotta beat the fuck out of him. Boom, 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 boom. Let's beat the fuck out of him. Alright, implement. Add more wrestling moves. There we go. I like that. Add more wrestling moves.
That,
What's up?
I don't know. Mommy's cleaning her tubes. Daddy, Mommy's cleaning her tubes.
Yeah.
Daddy, that's perfect.
You like it?
Yeah. I like that one.
She's talking about that.
That's so cool. That's so cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, to eat? To eat today? To eat?
Yeah.
To eat?
Okay, come on.
And go.
That's right. All right. Now this is where we add. Make this character
Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
Rex Thunder and generate 3 more for the other 3 for Iron Jake, Neon Nitro, and Big Bear.
He look perfect. Perfect.
Let's see if this works.
One, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7, level 11, level 12, 13. My family. One.
That's funny. I won! Lame. Go to bed.
I want my nap.
Ah, no. No, make the charged attack one of the random possibilities. Possibility upgrades. Random possible upgrades. Fusion cores. For example, what's it called? Stagger beam. Elemental attacks for others. Elemental attacks, fire, fire, ice, electricity, electric, earth, another one. It's another. Triple shots for each weapon becomes unique. Okay, this is a significant change to the weapon system. Oh my god. But that's what I want, buddy. That's what I want. Prepare yourself, child of the wake. Prepare yourself, child of the wake. Alright. Let's level up. Let's get a couple of these, let's go full screen. Oh, oh. Ooh, that frog fucked me up. This sword's so OP. Terminated. Alright, but that should already be, yeah, level 3. Okay, grandma's house still here. Alright, let's after the, make the town look like town again. After the weapon update, we lost some buildings and NPCs. No, okay, now they're still here. Oh no, the buildings are still there. It's just the town's all big again. You know, it's not that big. No, let's go back. I lost the UI here.
That's crazy.
can't.
That's crazy. I don't even know the context or what happened, but that was one of the more wild things.
I watched the video, and the video was not what was said.
You know the fans are going to fucking be talking reckless and crazy. I know DK's a good dude. I trained with him at Exos. Like, there's not full context. So I'm not going to sit here and speculate. Bro, I've had fans in my ear saying, Andy, you could even look in the fucking comments of if a team doesn't like me, the Charger fans or whatever, this fucking alcoholic, drug addict, fucking piece of shit. Like, but that's just a part of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've heard the craziest shit on the planet. But as a player, like, I'm going to give this fucker, I'm going to turn around and say, fuck you, motherfucker, and then get right back to work. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
can't.
That's crazy. I don't even know the context or what happened, but that was one of the more wild things.
I watched the video, and the video was not what.
We're in Tokyo trying the viral Japanese stuffed cream sandwiches. There is a line down the entire block with a little bouncer.
We're not there. I'm not going to Japan for some time, so let's make it at home. Start with the bowl. 1 cup heavy cream, 1/4 cup sugar, cream of tartar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're gonna whisk. And that's what you want it to look like. All right, so we're gonna use milk bread. We want to make sure the loaf is large. We're gonna fry the bread. Now we're gonna cut in a diagonal. And the tricky part is not to create a pocket. You don't want to fry the bread too much, otherwise it gets very crusty and you can't spread it open. I think that's good. I have a piping bag, so I put the cream in a Ziploc bag. Now we squeeze in the cream. All right, guys, there we have it. Awesome chew from the bread. And the cream is what? Nice and decadent. Japanese cream bread justified.
We're in Tokyo trying the viral Japanese stuffed.
Check it out. Let's see if it'll just change this. Just power through it. It'll just change it. The wrong year to need a quarterback.
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked. Unlock bigger screens and better controls. All for the crown. Go play on.
It is December 18th as of recording this.
Did it change? Oh no. so I don't think bootleg football is copywritten, right? So I'm gonna watch it right now while I'm eating my food. Don't get mad at me, YouTube. If so, fuck you.
We are roughly a full quarter into Rams Seahawks, so I apologize if you catch me repeatedly looking up at what is potentially the game of the year. We are not talking about that game tonight, though, mainly because it hasn't fully happened yet. We are talking about the 2026 NFL Draft. We are long overdue to touch on the draft. We know there are a lot of, I don't want to say checked out, eliminated fan bases that have been doing mock drafts for weeks at this point. And, of course, plotting a chart through the offseason for their favorite team. So we're going to
I'm a Raider fan.
Into draft talk today. We're going to talk about the quarterback class, or what remains of it at this point, because I feel like a lot of them are going to go back to school. We're going to talk about the edge rusher class, which might be the strong point of this year's group, and all the non-receiver playmakers that are coming out as well. EJ, my friend, how are you?
Not good. We have been talking about the draft for weeks over on the Patreon episodes, and then I realized, we haven't said anything on the main channel about this. There's some folks that have definitely been asking. We need to open the door to draft season. We are making reservations to go to the All-Star games. We are starting to talk about Combine. All of those things.
And those are baby to the Raiders. I don't give a fuck if he sucks.
So today we're going to give you a bit of.
If he sucks, fuck it. Go with another quarterback the next year.
Some specific players, but this isn't about scouting reports or deep dives or detail. This is about things we think about the 2026 NFL draft. Some overviews, some themes, some strong points.
But you know what? Something I am saying though, Mendoza, for being. Like, I mean, because he's not touted as, like, some crazy generational talent, though. But he is playing against complete fucking teams, right? People aren't talking about that shit. Football right now, college football, teams are complete. There's school spending money on teams. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Really just a kickoff. The next 4 months is about all that detail.
All right. With all that being said, Neil, please.
Got in a car accident? Don't call a lawyer. Use this free AI tool instead.
What I'm trying to say is that
with $93,000
a star is like gonna be kind of like, well,
roll the intro.
Not as shiny, you know. Won't be as bright just because the competition is crazy good.
Welcome to the Bootleg Football Podcast. I'm Brett Coleman. That's EJ Snyder. Starting things off with this year's quarterback class. Obviously, Fernando Mendoza, Heisman winner. He's the headliner for this year's class. Odds-on favorite to go first overall, as he probably should. Beyond Fernando Mendoza, there's just a bunch of question marks, quite frankly, of guys who may or may not come out in the draft, and also a lot of guys that probably shouldn't come out in the draft. I look at Dante Moore. If he
really?
If he does come out, which maybe he will, I assume he's going to be a first-round pick. But like, if he went back and had another strong year in college, maybe he's a contender to truly be a first overall kind of guy. So there's a lot of, let's say, calculations being done in his camp.
You know what? Let's look at Anthony Richard. Anthony Richard took the gamble, and then got drafted 3 overall to the Colts. Definitely should have stayed in college, but he got a crazy ass paycheck. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man. Like, will he develop more in college? Would he have been better? Probably not. And the colors would have shown, right? And then possibly he would have been lost a lot of draft stock. So then he wouldn't have gotten paid, and then maybe would have fizzled out in the NFL, right? Like, I don't know. This is crazy.
Take the money now, or potentially get more money next year.
But
there
you go. He said it. Take the money now, or potentially make more money next year.
For more to do as a prospect, but again, it's a thin class, so he's almost guaranteed to be a first rounder if he comes out. You look at guys like Brennan Sorsby, coming off a really strong year at Cincinnati, who, if he came out, also potentially could be like a late one, early day 2 pick a quarterback and probably get a shot to start. I mean, Tyler Shuck just did. I assume Sorsby would get taken.
Quarterbacks don't get picked in the second round, pretty much.
At minimum around the same range that he did. But he's getting, huge offers from, I don't know if I'm allowed to say which programs, but they have a lot of money, right? So he would be making other
Ohio
programs. And it's multiple offers on the table at the moment that he would be making essentially equivalent to NFL rookie salary as a college quarterback. So maybe he goes back for another year.
That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying, bro. College is stacked now with ballers that are getting paid. Motherfuckers that instead of sitting on a bench for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, they come out, they're true freshmen, they're balling out. They're playing for fucking no-name schools that were good in the 90s, right? Now that they're spending money, Indiana, who's there?
Tries to put his hat in the ring for number 1 overall in 2027. There's just a lot of moving pieces right now. Basically, the only quarterbacks that we know are going to be in this class are Fernando Mendoza, I guess Drew Aller, because he has to, even though he's coming off injury, so that's a whole different can of worms. Nussmeier, like it's not a very deep class, EJ. So it's one of the few draft classes where I feel like this position group is not the marquee that you're looking to.
Not at all. Usually, if you are looking for a starter caliber quarterback in the NFL draft, you have more than one choice. This year, you might not. Now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. As always in the draft, teams will fall in love with certain players. But if you're looking for, again, folks leading from the poll, there's one, and that is going to have impacts throughout the NFL, throughout the NFL draft, throughout free agency, throughout the offseason trade market. There are just not a lot of young quarterbacks who look like they're going to come out this year. Now, because of that, like you said, all of them and their camps are doing the calculations of like, well, if nobody else comes out, am I QB2? And even if that means day 2, they're doing those calculations about, hey, if I can be the second quarterback off the board in the NFL draft, is that worth more than potentially whatever I'm looking to gain next year in college? And going back in college does not have a great track record. There are a few guys who've gone back and had basically the same year.
But they're getting paid now. End of story. That's the fucking difference.
NFL doesn't love, even if it was a very good year. Everybody likes upward progression, and there are plenty of guys that have gone back and had a worse year and actually dimmed their star, and you have to consider that as well. So it is a fraught decision to make for those players, and I don't envy them at all, don't want to be in those shoes, but NFL teams got to have quarterbacks, and there's a bunch of them that need them, and that means, like I said, offseason free agency and trade markets are going to be hot stove season because
hold on,
guys that have been around.
Joey told me, he goes, we're coming. First of all, he goes, if I see you wearing those glasses, I'm going to fucking break them. And I go, what? I go, he calls me. Like, I'm in Hawaii. I'm like, what? Like, Happy New Year. And he's like, you got to take those off. I go, I need them to see, though. I put them on to see. No concert. And he goes, it can't be those. I go, why? He goes, you fucking doing the news. So can I wear another pair of glasses that are approved? And he's like, he goes, yeah. He goes, but it can't be those. And I go, okay. And then he goes, he takes his buddy Holly over here. Yeah, he goes, I'll see you in 2 weeks. And I go, where are you going to see me in 2 weeks? He goes, when you come to Jersey, when you're in Atlantic City. And I go, oh, great. He goes, I noticed the last time you were in Jersey, you didn't give me a call. You were hanging out with your white friends. And I go, he goes, don't think I forgot. You're a fucking Hispanic. You give me a call every time you come to Jersey. I go, do you know what Joey told me? He goes, what? I'm coming. Oh, them jerseys.
Those are so cool.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, he knew it. That's why he laid there. Yeah. It's the jersey's fault.
That was a good route by me too.
Oh yeah, you was there.
I ain't do nothing.
You was naked. You was naked. You was there. You were naked finna walk in there.
Who the hell is this guy? I don't know. I'm looking for Rich Dugan. Let me see your papers. I don't have any.
God damn it, they never tell me. Call Dugan in from the ambush post.
Right now, that's 200 meters and our situation's hot. Over.
Right now. Okay. I'm gonna hide here. And you guys cover me with this.
No.
Okay. You want to see me, Sarge?
No.
Ta-da!
Chicky, what are you doing here?
I brought you beer.
Seriously, Chicky, what the hell are you doing here?
Me and all the fellas were sitting around talking about what we could do to bring your spirits up, and then bang, it hit us. Bring you a beer.
Dumb shit!
What?
You almost got me killed out there! You mean to tell me this asshole's a civilian?
Yes, Sarge.
Is he nuts?
What? No.
This is serious shit out here.
Yeah, I know.
No, obviously you don't, or you wouldn't be here.
Sarge, can we get an egg beater in tonight and, scoot him out of here?
Nothing's flying till morning.
So what am I supposed to do with him?
Hell if I know. He's yours now. Take him with you.
What fucking movie is this?
Who's this hand job?
It's my next door neighbor. He brought me a beer.
Seriously? Yeah.
How many beers you bring?
Bunch.
Now would be the time to pass them out.
Oh, not as good.
Let's get some sleep.
Where?
Here. What are you expecting at Howard Johnson's?
Throw this on if it gets rainy.
Is it over?
Yeah, you're dead.
That wasn't so bad.
Who the hell is this guy? I don't know. I'm looking.
To make for those players, and I don't envy them at all, don't want to be in those shoes, but NFL teams got to have quarterbacks, and there's a bunch of them that need them, and that means, like I said,
John Carmack, the legendary creator of Doom and Quake, just commented on AI taking developer jobs, and his response just left me speechless. So, Microsoft created an AI-generated clone of Quake 2 that creates game frames entirely on the fly without a game engine. This angered a developer named QuakeDad on X who believes that AI is disrespectful to the work of game without a game engine. This angered entirely on the fly without a game engine. This angered a developer named QuakeDad on X who believes that AI is disrespectful to the work of game developers everywhere. Suddenly, a wild John Carmack appeared. Instead of disgust, Carmack surprisingly praised the impressive research. QuakeDad would respond expressing his fears that AI will cost developers their jobs. Then, John Carmack said this: "Building power tools is central to all the progress in computers. AI tools will allow the best to reach even greater heights, while enabling smaller teams to accomplish more and bring in some completely new creator demographics. Will there be more or less game developer jobs? That is an open question. Regardless, don't use power tools because they take people's jobs is not a winning strategy." John Carmack, the legendary creator.
And what a G.
I would say it's like having another producer in the room that knows exactly what your song needs. This is co-producer, the fastest way to find samples that fit your track.
It actually dimmed their star, and you have to consider that as well. So it is a fraught decision to make for those players, and I don't envy them at all, don't want to be in those shoes, but NFL teams got to have quarterbacks, and there's a bunch of them that need them, and that means, like I said, offseason free agency and trade markets are going to be hot stove season because guys that have been around, guys like Kirk Cousins and Jameis Winston, and even guys like Jimmy Garoppolo are going to be pulled into the conversation as like, hey, can this guy be our bridge for a year until there's more supply? We need a quarterback, and we really can't sell the guy we had this year to our fan base again. So what are we going to do that's new-ish? And maybe we can polish it up a little bit, and that'll be good enough for 2026, because if you don't have either the will or the ability to get to the top spot, you're probably not getting a starter caliber quarterback out of this draft, at least not one of the ones that is considered that way from the jump. Are there folks from the lower rounds? Yes, they are much less. They're much fewer and farther between than you think they are statistically. So everybody pulls out the winners in that sweepstakes. Oh, Russell Wilson was a third rounder. Yeah, let's take all the third round quarterbacks from history and add it up. Russell's damn near the top of that heap. and there are very few others that you would even consider a success. So before anybody goes, oh well, Tony Romo or Russell Wilson or
Brock Purdy.
Kurt Warner, like, yeah, those are the guys that worked, and to a very successful degree. But there are literally hundreds of other guys littered off to the side of that road that had no shot from the go. So it means those guys who are potentially going back to school are all going to be kind of, doing the finger guns up around the circle thing, like, you going? If you're not going, I might take that spot. No. And we'll see who makes which decision. Again, I'm not going to be here to say that a college kid's decision is right or wrong. It's the right one for them and their family, and they get to make it. But right now, it looks like this is going to be an extremely thin position group in the 2026 NFL draft, and that has ramifications because it is not only the most important position in the league, I would say it's the most important position in American sports.
I mean, you've talked about Kirk probably staying in Atlanta, which, talk about a wild
turn of events. Yeah.
Right. Where it's like all of a sudden we're looking at 2026, Kirk Cousins still the Falcons starter because they kind of have to. You've talked about Jameis, you've talked about Jimmy Garoppolo. There's three other, I don't want to say more obvious, but more likely names in front of all of them that are all going to be potential trade targets, and that's going to be Tua in Miami, although that one's a little bit different because the Dolphins are probably going to have to pay somebody to take him because of the salary and everything like that. You're looking at Mac Jones, who I think is going to be a very hot commodity. Good luck getting him out of Kyle Shanahan's cold dead hands. And we're looking at Kyler, who may end up being the hottest commodity, also coming off an injury. I think. I'm not 100% sure what's actually going on in Arizona. Almost kind of feels like they're Derek Carring him, but I can't say for sure. Either way, let's just say Aaron Rodgers retires. Let's say, Geno Smith is not a Raider next year. Browns are still looking. Dolphins are looking. We're looking at, 4-5 teams minimum that might make a phone call about Kyler Murray just to see what it would take. Might make a phone call about Mac Jones. Might receive phone calls from the Dolphins saying, please, God, help us out. Like, before we even get to Kirk and Jameis and Garoppolo and even this draft class, we're going to see movement, or at least a significant effort for movement for all three of those guys. And that, to me, is the early story of the offseason.
Yeah, and it's being forced by low supply from the college ranks. If there were 5 or 6 guys, even if there was 4 to 6 guys, which is a typical year where you could look at him and kind of squint and go, hey, he might be a bottom of the first round starter, but I still think that guy's a starter. I still think that I want to get that 5th year of control. Because if he does play well as the 20th overall pick, I want to be able to lock him in. That's not the case this year, and so teams are going to go, well, I still need a quarterback. I'm going to look at every available option, and again, with the success stories in, their more recent stops, but again, not at all their first stops of Sam Darnold and Danny Dimes and everybody else. It's a copycat league. It's going to be the trend to say who's next. I think Mac Jones is probably topping that list right now. He played very well in relief of Brock Purdy, and I think we'll get another starting shot, and maybe we'll be more successful given, where he lands. And that's not even ruling out other injuries. We got a couple more weeks in the season. I don't think teams are going to pull their starters. You never know what happens. And the more teams that get thrown into that pot, the greater the demand is, and the hotter those guys' agents' phones are going to get come combine time, because you can't go into the year without a presumptive starter. Like, you cannot have 3 cast-off UDAs and former 4th-round picks and say somebody out of this group's going to lead our team. Like, that doesn't play in the NFL. You need an anointed starter.
Well, unless you're Cleveland, and then sometimes that is your actual situation where you're like, I don't know, fuck it, let's see if this works. Let's take a 40-year-old man and a 3rd rounder and a 5th rounder and Kenny Pickett and throw them all together and see what happens. I'm not saying that that's like the ideal plan. Like, clearly it's nobody's ideal plan, but you're just kind of saddled with it sometimes, and sometimes the sins are committed years earlier, and you're just kind of dealing with the consequences. Again, that's like the story of Cleveland's 2025, is just dealing with the consequences from years earlier. I still don't know if they're going to be free of those consequences next season. They're going to do their damnedest to try, and they're going to hope that Shador can, be a Hail Mary for them and work out. It's been mixed results so far, but God, it's nobody try. My point is, nobody tries to do what Cleveland did this year. No. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, we're on to Plan Z.
Yeah.
Except it's more than that. It's more than 26 at this point. So now we're going into like the double alphabet. We're on to Plan FF. Yeah.
Next topic on the docket. Speaking of the Browns, they did get themselves a young tight end, quote unquote tight end. He's not really, but EJ and I disagree on the definition of tight end. Playmaker. Let's just say that. Non-wide receiver playmaker. Browns got themselves 2 of those this year with Quinshon Judkins and Harold Fannin. Hell, I'd throw in Samson as well, so let's say 3 of them. There's a lot of those types of guys in this class. And the receiver class itself, like actual true wide receivers, kind of thin, in my opinion. Not to say there's not good players. There are good players, but it's not 2024, right? Where you had all these like freak in nature, future number ones coming out. It's not that kind of class, in my opinion. I think you got a couple guys that might be a 1, but more likely they're going to be a high end 2, and then you got a lot of guys who are like solid 3s and 4s. They're going to play forever, but it's hard to find a true number 1. Like it's more rare than you think. This class is not full of them, but there are a lot of playmakers that don't play receiver in this class that are going to be good for 1 or 2 explosives. In some cases, more than that per game. I look at Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon, who to me is as good of a tight end prospect as the monsters we saw last year with Warren and Loveland. Some would say Fannin. I look at, obviously Jeremiah Love, who's an incredible running back prospect. I don't have a full grade done on him because I've only done 2 games as far as like charting 2 games. So I don't have enough of a sample size to say like, oh yes, he is going to grade higher or lower than say Omarion Hampton for me. But 2 games in, I know he's really good. So yeah. We're trending in that direction. He's fantastic. There's a whole bunch of running backs in this class that are excellent receivers, excellent space weapons. There's, tight end, Rohan at Arkansas. I forget his last name. Built similarly to a Harold Fannin. He's like 6'2", 235. So again, quote unquote tight end, but he's really an H-back. But like they'll send him through the A gap, lined up as a fullback. They'll send him through the A gap and run a freaking sail route from there. Yep. Which is like, we've seen the Colts do that with Tyler Warren this year, and they use him as like a deep threat as a fullback, which is crazy. But like it's these kinds of non-receiver receiving threats that this class is just full of. So like, yeah, are you going to get a Jamar Chase? No. Are you going to get a bunch of really good, interesting matchup pieces that can make your offense better? Yes.
And I think that's really the thing to focus on more so than the designation or the overlap of size between tight ends, fullback, H-backs, wide receivers. There's always been a mix, but there are a role for these players, and playmaking tight ends aren't really a luxury anymore. It used to be a thing that, 8 or 10 teams in the league had. I think they're a needed facet if you want to be able to stress defenses on every play, if you want to be multiple. And looking around the league, there are probably 19 to 20 teams that have, well, probably less teams. That's how many impact players. I said there's probably about 16 teams that have an impact player at tight end. And that leaves roughly 12 to 14 teams outside looking in for a weapon to exploit these matchups when they get them on defense. And the good news for those teams is this draft is brimming with talented tight end playmakers. We've already highlighted several in the patron-only shows: Kenyon Sadiq, Michael Trigg, Daquan Wright. But there's so many more. There's Eli Stowers from Vandy, Tanner Koziol from Houston. You mentioned Rohan Jones from Arkansas. Eli Rerdon from Notre Dame, Justin Jolly from North Carolina State, and Joe Royer from Cincinnati. You mentioned his quarterback earlier, just to name a few. And those are guys that can be added, even if you already have a good tight end, to make a tight end duo. And we see lots of teams in the NFL approaching offense that way. It's not the Boston TE party, but it is multiple and versatile. Means you can line up in different formations and make matchups happen that you want to for these guys that are dangerous with the ball in their hands. And look, good news is if your OC doesn't love the tight end in the passing game for whatever, because those guys exist out there as well, there are plenty of running backs in this class who are real assets in the passing game as well. And yeah, I'm going to lead off with a player from Navy, Eli Heidenreich. Look at his receiving numbers.
Is there a more Navy football name than Eli Heidenreich?
I don't think there is. I really don't. Guy that you were going to put on one of our patron shows, but decided not to just because he's like a buck over 160, maybe. Desmond Reed from Pitt. Jonah Coleman, who I highlighted as a running back on one of our episodes, is very good in the passing game. Nick Singleton, we talked about last week, also. Maybe not the greatest guy between the tackles as a grinded out player, but on the outside, lightning in the passing game if you get it into his hands. And then Damon Bankston from New Mexico is also in there. And there are more. So, again, if you're looking at the wide receiver class and going, man, we need weapons, and thinking we need wide receivers, you might change that thinking to, hey, we could wait around and maybe get a second round tight end that is explosive in the passing game. We might get a third or fourth round running back that's going to contribute. Is he going to be the bell cow? No. Is he going to give us a matchup opportunity in certain sets? Yes, absolutely. And there are a lot of those guys. And we will see teams, again, sort of play the field and say, hey, there's a lot of supply. I can push it down. There'll be an early run on one or the other, and then guys will start to go off the board, and then maybe you pivot. Hey, we were thinking about getting a running back, but now we're looking at a playmaking tight end. And there are good options in this draft. A lot of exciting players in that category.
This is going to be a super clunky transition, and I apologize in advance. When we start our draft coverage every single year, and I'll back up and I'll say when football fans start paying attention to the draft every single year. Some teams earlier than others. Browns fans are probably doing mock drafts in like early October. Some of them just started doing them. Welcome to the club, Chiefs fans. I know this is early for you guys, but we're all here now. But usually they all start with 3 positions, right? It's quarterback, it's receiver, and it's edge. Almost without fail. Those are the 3 positions that people start with. Hell, I know Chiefs fans are just watching edge rushers every single day at this point. We've talked a little bit about quarterback and how thin we think that class is going to be this year, especially if guys go back to school. We've also talked about receiver and how I feel like, that class is good but not great, I think is the best way to phrase it. Let's just say solid and use the diplomatic word for it. The edge class is different. Right, the edge class, that's where the real money is. Like, this isn't a good edge class. This is a unreal edge class. And I'd be willing to bet 25 to 30% of the top 50 picks in this year's draft are going to be edge rushers of various sizes. Right, some of them are going to want to be, the super big, heavy-handed, stop the run first, and if you get any rush out of him at all, that's just a bonus. If you use Steve Spagnuolo, some teams are going to want the super light, kind of nimble, speed rush types. There's a million of those in this class. There's a couple guys at the top of the draft that could be true every down stars, but whatever your flavor of edge is, this class has it. And boy, some of them really, really good.
Yeah, this bell has been ringing for a couple of years now. Folks that look at, early returns or early projections, really better way to say that for the draft. If this comes together, and these guys stay healthy, and help them out, we're going to have a sort of balloon edges going into the NFL in a couple of years. Guys like Bruce Feldman and Matt Miller and others have said for a while now, if you need an edge, even last year, they were saying, if you need an edge, you might want to wait until next an estimate is there are probably going to be 15-ish edges that go anywhere between the top 45 and 75%. So work out the percentages, that can be slightly higher or slightly lower than what you're talking about, but it is a bunch. And that is not the right. It is a position of need. Impact is certainly the fact that there's so many and so many types is just music to start San Francisco, Jets, Baltimore, Carolina, Arizona. Those are bottom six. San Francisco has guys. They just all died. They're all like, they do exist. They're just out of the field. And they put a bunch of black resources into it just last year. And I'm saying, if that happens again, let's just say Wilson comes back healthy. Turns is in late September. Are you in any different this spot? The guys are a year older, they've matured a little bit. Do you have enough? You probably don't. Remember where I got that expertise, because there are some notable teams on there that go, wait, those guys have coverage. What they do, but those are the bottom six in the season. Yes, that is a deal. That is good. That is perfect. That is scheduled. Bottom line is, you're the bottom six of anything in the NFL, especially if it's something as important as creating a delivery and a pass rush. You got to get those guys. Okay, it's early. I'm not saying it's just the first round players, but there's enough depth here that you can take and again, you need multiple types of that. You got big speed guys. The whole doesn't make a ton of sense, but still gets it done category. Yep, they're in there as well. Some edges that were listed in these Feldman tweet this for those of you not familiar with these Feldman. You should be. So right with the athletic has played college football for a very long time. And you saw it list 100 guys that are not all drafted. That just have done, let's just say, extremely notable athletic things given their size and position. Some of the guys that are the position drafted on those roster really on the most recent. State championship business, 33.5 foot, and this is the one that gets me. 4.28 short shuttle.
Jeez.
Boy can move at that size. David Bailey, Texas Tech, on top of a lot of lists, has topped, this is terrifying, 22 miles an hour in a game.
Did I tell you he's going to jump 40?
You did tell me that, and he is 6'3", 250. Now, to put that in context, that is almost as fast as Tyreek Hill at 6'3", 250. Tyreek is just over 23 miles an hour. Top speed over the quarter on the football field, faster on the track. On the football field, he's 22.2 miles an hour. Again, David Bailey is 22. It's 1 mile an hour. And we're going to have to get the pronunciation down on this. I've heard it's a silent J. So
Gabe Akas?
Akas?
Or
I'm not
Yakas?
sure. I
Might be
think
Yakas.
I think Yakas is better, but I saw something listed now. I don't know if it's from the school. Hopefully Illinois has a pronunciation guide. Still haven't made it there, but this is a defensive end / edge at Illinois who is a big dude, 6'3", 270, benched 285 22 times.
Jeez.
So
we got a live one for combine bench record then.
Here's the thing: is combine bench is 225, not 285. So
it's gonna feel like nothing to him.
This is definitely like putting a donut on your bat and then swinging it through the box and going, man, that's light. It's going to be light work for Gabe when he gets there. And then Micah Wing from Ball State is on the lighter side. We talked about the lighter, but explosive guy, 6'2", 233. Honestly, that would be, inside linebacker size maybe 10 years ago, but he is explosive. Vertical jump of 41 inches at 233 pounds. That's sort of Nick Eamon-Worry territory. Like, Nick is a few pounds lighter than him and jumped like a couple inches higher. But we're talking about some insane athletes in this group, along with almost every other flavor of big end, D end, run stop. Great with their hands, bunch of moves. You want them you got him in this year's draft. And again, I don't want to say few years, but it feels like every 4 or 5 years we get a draft like this in a position of need. A couple of years ago, it was quarterback. We had 6 guys drafted in the top 15 picks, top 12 picks. And there just comes a lull. There comes a trough. And if you look around the NFL, there are plenty of teams that cannot rush the passer very well who are looking at this year's draft like, the hungry wolf with the napkin on in the cartoon, like, let's go. I'm taking 2 of those guys because there's so much talent, so many different body types, and it's just one of those needs that never goes away in the NFL.
Yeah, I can't wait for Ryan Poles to not draft any of them. It's going to be great for my mental health. I will say, a lot of these guys are probably going to be DPRs, and I don't mean that disparagingly. Run defense did not seem to be top of mind for some of them, including David Bailey. By the way, great pass rusher, not super consistent against the run. So again, some teams will be annoyed by that, but at the end of the day, if they have other guys on the roster that can get them to 3rd and 7, a guy like David Bailey will pay off 3rd and 7. So he still will probably go high just for that alone, but he is not like a Ruben Bain type of run defender, where Ruben Bain, by the way, also has issues, apparently. Sub 31-inch arms, which for a guy who's he's like 6'2", 277, I think was his verified. It's a weird kind of body profile, but then you have to reckon that with the tape where he is a ferocious run defender, maybe the best run defending edge in this class, not named Keldrick Falk. Like, super physical, great off the field as far as like work ethic and leadership, can play inside, can play outside. Some teams actually do see him as like a Kalijah Kancey type of interior rusher because of how he's built. And so, David Bailey has a more, let's say, bankable body type to him as a pass rusher, but I like Ruben Bain's tape better. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to figure out as draft season goes on, especially with guys at the top of the draft. But I'm also going to have to figure out, where do I have a guy like R. Mason Thomas stacked in this class, who is another guy who's like 6'2", 250, not exactly super big, but has, an explosive first step and is ferocious against the run. Is he going to be like my Josiah Stewart this year? He plays him. I also thought was super physical, but he's really slender. So it's like, am I banking on him putting on weight and getting up to 250? Or is he going to slip because we don't know if he's maxed out from the frame perspective? Or will it be a TJ Parker who is super consistent when he's on, and it's incredible when he's off? Cassius Howell, super consistent from a production standpoint, not a very big player. All of these guys are really good, is my point.
Ancient construction.
fully agree. What it reminds me of a lot is the discussions we had last year around wide receiver. So many wide receivers. And you start to get down into it and go, yeah, but if you're looking for somebody that is not a dedicated outside player, again, might be the second guy off your board. If you're not looking for that role, you got all these other choices. The other two this guy is that guy, so we're going to stack
So it makes it really hard to stack them when we're ranking positions, because we're trying to be like team agnostic in our grade, and if teams aren't agnostic in their own grades because they're drafting for their team, you know, how can we be agnostic? So I just feel like we almost have to do tiers within tiers, which sounds crazy, but
no, it's not. I've been doing it for 3 years because I got so frustrated. It started with corner, right? And people just going, he's a cornerback. And I'm like, yeah, but nickel is a very specific role. It takes a very specific kind of player, not necessarily a specific body type, but a player that you are going to start at nickel in the NFL has to have a determined skill set. He cannot not have some of these things because it just won't work. So if you're looking for a nickel, again, he's not competing against all the guys that are purely outside corners, the guys that are more jack of all trades, that are going to play a little bit of everything, but probably aren't going to be in line for a starter role at nickel. So, like, starters at nickel and outside was kind of the first split, and there have been sub-splits since then. Same thing with safety. It was like, oh, well, he's the 5th best safety. And I'm like, yeah, but he can't play the pass a lick, like, not past 10 yards. He's a ferocious defender around the line of scrimmage, sort of that star position. He can cover tight ends in the short area, but again, are you going to run him with a speed threat from the slot? Only at your own peril. Like, don't do that. So is he competing against a guy that is, you know, a deep third safety that is patrolling 2/3 of the field on any given play and doing it well? It's a completely different skill set. So stacking them and saying which one's better, I'm like, well, you're not looking at both of them and go, I'll take either. You're looking at your roster and going, I need to fill this hole. He doesn't fill that role. This guy does. So really, he's number 1 on my list. I don't really care where he is in the safety list overall, because it is a bit of a myth that there's all these, to use a baseball term, 5-tool players running around at any position who are just, like you said, agnostically better because they can sort of do it all. There's usually 1 or 2 of those per position group in any given draft, and other than that, you are drafting.
There might be like
role.
8 in a draft class.
Exactly.
Total, across all positions. Like I'm looking at again, Trev's current big board right now, just to list off some names. As far as like true 5-tool players where it's like, yeah, they work for everybody, it's Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese, Jeremiah Love, you know, Fernando Mendoza, fine, just because he's quarterback.
Sure.
There's nothing like exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide.
Want to break into cybersecurity but don't have experience? The Google Cybersecurity Certificate uses real-world scenarios to teach you technical skills. You'll be able to step foot in your first job and feel comfortable and confident in the skills that you've learned in this certificate. Enroll today.
I guess Carnell Tate, because he's a good receiver, and who doesn't love good receivers?
Yeah, couple of offensive linemen, couple of defensive tackles, and then you're like, that's
Mekhi
it.
Lemon.
Yeah.
Mekhi Lemon's a demon that everybody would love.
Right.
There's actually like 4 corners, I would say, at the top of the draft that, like, yeah, they would probably fit anywhere. That's about it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's
Kenyon Sadiq. Okay, let's make it 9 with Kenyon Sadiq. Like, that's about it.
I mean, you get 2/3 of the way through the first round, and you're out of those players, and that's even assuming you needed the positions that they're in, because it's not consistent year to year. There's not one in every category, to your point, every year. So it gets real thin real fast, and I think mock drafts are a really good tool. I know everybody hates mock drafts. I think mock drafts are a really good tool for that, because when you do them over and over again and you're drafting for a specific team, I do this all the time when we're preparing shows, or I'm going to go on a preview show for a specific team in a specific market. And they're like, well, tell me who, the Raiders need at whatever. And I look at the Raiders roster. I look at who's leaving. I look at what they really couldn't get done from year to year in their defense. And then I look at the draft and I just cross guys out, right? That's not a fit for them. That's not going to work. Okay, this guy's a guy they could really get. This guy, and maybe you're looking at, say, 15 nickels, and you're down to like 5 of them really quick. And you're like, yep, these are guys that fit. And so I've been doing that sort of subcategorization because you just have to. If you just go in and start naming off the top 5 guys, you're going to lose all your credibility pretty much immediately, because 3 of them aren't fits, right? And people that are actually looking deeply at the draft like us are going, no, don't put that guy in that system. That's a terrible idea. And the only way you can have that level of sort of specificity about role and fit is if you are chopping these guys up into subcategories and saying, what do they do well? What are their deficiencies? Does that work for this team system? Does that work for this coach? You and I both know this, and we've said this multiple times over all the draft coverage we've done. That guy's not going there. Ex-coach is not going to put up with his whatever deficiency. Like, that is, I bet he's not even on their board. He's probably still there, but he's like way down at the bottom. Like, what are you talking about? He's a first rounder. He's not a first rounder for them. He might not even be a 5th rounder for them, because he just doesn't fit what they want to get done.
I would say Ruben Bain falls in that category. Like, no matter how good the tape is, if his arms not even are sub 31, if his arms are sub 32, there's a lot of teams that just straight up won't take him. Like, no matter what, they just won't take him, because they have staunch beliefs about arm length for trench. Wow, I can't even speak today. Trench positions. There we go, Brett. Sound out the word. But Andy Reid famously, where it's like offensive linemen that were sub 33.5, like, didn't exist to him. Like, he loves length, and there's so many coaches and GMs that it's a check box. If you don't check it, sorry. Like, we salute you. We'll enjoy playing against you, but you're not going to be on our team. So that will work against Ruben Bain. Again, for me, I kind of trust my eyes on it a little bit more, but I was talking to somebody who, let's just say, has a lot of connections around the league, and he said, yeah, he's not going top 10. Like, Ruben Bain, not going top 10. I was like, holy shit. And then Brugler said, yeah, a lot of teams have day 2 grades. And I was like, whoa, okay, there's a big gap between not top 10 and day 2, but that's the reality. Like, if you don't measure in a certain way, I'm not saying it's correct, sure, but if you don't have a certain measurement, teams just, they don't want to risk it. Like, they don't want to be the team that took a body type or a physical profile that has never worked in the NFL before. They don't want to be the team to take the risk.
No, 100%.
I get it, but it sucks.
Yeah. And it does and it doesn't. It doesn't mean that Ruben Bain is or isn't going to be a good player. There are lots of stories of those guys coming out and saying, hey, I got a chip on my shoulder because I was supposed to go. I think I should have been top 15. I ended up being top 10 in the 2nd round. I took that, the old Michael Jordan, and I took that personally. I went out and tore up the league because I was a good defender. I found my role. I found a team, And that mill has already started. Like, it's been kind of churning for a couple of months, and it is about to crank up. The volume is going to get really loud about pros and cons for all these guys, and you're gonna see some takes that some of them come from the league. The league's eyes don't always agree with draft media, certainly, or fans, view on these players, which are really, I want to say, just they're everywhere. And that's so cool. As a guy that started off doing draft work 11 years ago, it was a lot quieter. Like, it would crank up near the draft, but, you'd talk to the average NFL fan even 6 weeks before the draft, and they'd be like, I don't know who those are. And now we have, whole fan bases 4 and 5 months out arguing the vagaries of, like, hand usage for a backup guard. And I, for one, love it. I think that level of involvement and engagement from across the NFL spectrum is a real success of the NFL extending its calendar.
Again, kind of a whiplash transition here. I apologize if this is weird. Before we get out of here, I would be remiss if I didn't mention you guys can still get in on the Underdog Pick'em contest, by the way. Like, that is not locked. I know there was some confusion about if it was too late for people to get into it in our last episode, because they were seeing the weekly prize winners and they're seeing the leaderboard for the season-long prize. Like, it's not too late to jump in. Like, you are not behind whatsoever. So if you want to get in on the Pick'em contest, try to win our bootleg single barrel pick, which we still have 1 bottle left. Thousands of dollars in Underdog credit, full-size bootleg helmet, all that stuff, bootleg shirts. If you want to try to win those, again, link at the description below. You can enter the contest. If you're already on Underdog, it's as easy as just putting in your username and your email, and they track your picks for you. If you're not already on Underdog, you're in luck. Promo code bootleg. You get a whole bunch of bonus credit when you sign up with promo code bootleg on Underdog. All right. Paid some bills there each. Before we get out of here, again, one more thing. Thank you to all of our executive producers on Patreon that help make this content possible. I am struggling today, folks. Wow. Fitzy, Connor, Liam, Mike, Jack, Major, Owen, Spencer, Consti, Eichen. Somehow I got through that without fumbling my words, but couldn't get through a basic fucking sentence before. All right, EJ. I'm going to go get a drink and then go to bed. I think I need it. So I will see you guys later, and we will be back next week with something else.
Manténgase en la línea. No es médicamente necesario. Seguro no aceptar. Fuera de su red. Solicitud denegada. Referencia denegada. Denegado.
Eres para mí. Me lo ha dicho bien. Eres para mí.
¿Qué tal si tu seguro, los doctores, las farmacias trabajaran como un solo equipo? Tenerlos juntos sería una mejor idea para tu salud. Todo el cuidado que necesitas en un solo lugar. Kaiser Permanente.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44.
I've tried a lot of different map makers, and this one is my new favorite. It allowed me to make this in just 10 minutes. It has tools that let you build things quickly with broad strokes, or dive into the details and fine-tune everything. Oh, and did I mention it has animations? Let's dive into it. Thank you so much to Describe for sponsoring this video. More on that later. Welcome to the... Whoa. We could go anywhere. Welcome to the city gates of an ancient civilization on a different planet, 1,000 years in the future, that's about to be destroyed by a wormhole unleashed by a guy dressed like a Templar knight. Oh, well, I guess not anywhere. How about this instead? Welcome to this place. I'm Kelly, and we're gonna make some really cool maps. This is Canvas of Kings. It's $18.99 on Steam, and it's packed with a bunch of really cool features, like automatic lighting, animations, and birds that randomly fly across the map. But first, I want to show you the main concept that this map maker is built on and how it allows you to make huge but detailed maps very quickly. In Canvas of Kings, you can either build by placing individual assets or by defining areas and having assets auto-populate. After you define your area, you can have it regenerate until you find an arrangement that you like. Then, if you want to go in and tweak the layout, you can break any asset out of the group and make it an individual asset. By the way, this map maker definitely does have some downsides, but we'll get to that in a second. Half the reason I love this map maker
Okay. does my puff go? Bosses, etc. Xenon Prime. Okay, now give me one for the wilderness. This is where I want it to be static. This is where the game takes life, where you explore and find the big city end game. I want landmarks, rivers, lakes, forests that you enter and put you into another level. And to make it to the other side of the wilderness. And eventually make it to Xenon Prime, the endgame city. Static, where the game takes place. City's huge. 2, 3, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, where's the wilderness? Let's see, wilderness up here. Why is the wilderness in the top? I like this better than what it used to be. Let's add a map that opens up, or once you've been there. explored an area. Let's add a map. Dense fog starting at 30 units. Alright, let's see what this does. Fire, nice. I'm getting frustrated. Okay. Okay, loading. This is a awfully long load for a Flash game.
Territory War 3.
Where's that? There we go. No way. Press 1 to start from level 1. there's the Z, X, C. So C is like the basic. I got my ass beat. So how do you... Macro Media Project. Okay, what is that? Macro Media Project. But Macro Media is like 2D, right? Like those kind of platforms. Where am I at here? Okay. No, that was not it. Yes, sure. We are. The arena, Assassina. The arena. What am I doing? So we're gonna cheat because we do this. Ooh, a frozen stagger, maybe? What is this? What is this? No, I thought I saw something. Fucking those rooms are ridiculously huge. Fine outcome, refine. No. What is it called? It is a fountain? Is it the fountain? I don't know. It seems a little big still. Or not as homey. I had the crossroads with the... So... Let's see. Afro Samurai or no. Super Nintendo music if Afro Samurai was the game, right? Yeah. From the 90s. Inspiration. Video games. No. It says it's still like doing that, right? Like processing. But I think it's to just play. Let's wait though. Good things come to those who wait. Grandma Elder. Yeah. Fucking dogs are making a mess. Or a racket. Oh yeah. The rooms are huge, fix that. Make them more cozy inside. Make them more cozy inside and so I can read the building name. Yeah, 'cause this is huge, right? Like, there's no need for all this, right? I just need a. Yeah, there's no need for all that. What's up, Grandma? The Barina. Yeah, this top kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. No, we leave from the north. There we go. No PC. Not implemented yet. Okay, well maybe we leave from the. Maybe this is north? Okay. Nice, nice. So let me just make sure we're north gate, leaving through the north gate. All right. So in my POV, I left the gate through the south. So I'm assuming the camera is facing south, right? Yeah. Have it face. See if that does anything. Right, because I'm reading it right here and it says leaving through the north gate. And then you come back through the and it teleports you through the south of the wilderness, which I'm at the north, right? So I come back and I'm at the like, oh, so it flips the camera. That's what it does. It flips the camera. Mess hall, home, shop, blacksmith. Yeah, blacksmith is gonna be popping. Alright. And transmission, the overlord sees everything, but he doesn't see the name, but doesn't see the profit margins. Sajima. Enter fuse. Katana all the way up because it's giving me that. So then we fucking do that. Now my shit fucking destroys. Powerful weapon infused with matrix energy. Okay. We equipped it. Then we go to wherever the arena might be. Let's look for the arena. For the arena. Where is the arena? Give me the arena. Alright, well, implement the arena now. That alright. That's all. I'm assuming that's the house. The shop. The forge. The forge. Mess hall. Okay, let me see. Add attack charge diffusion. Let's see. Make town look like a town. There you go. I like it. Place NPCs and add quests. I think there's already the NPCs, but okay, there we go. So we'll cut that. Add changes to attack fusion, improve fusion description. Oh yeah, there we go. It's a good one. Yeah, let's fix that shit. Okay. So we leave the town like Pokemon. Look at that. I'm in the middle of the fucking... God bless it. Oh wait, no. The town's over here now. Okay, never mind. I'm not that far. Okay. Walk over here. What is this? More safe haven. Yep. Okay. Quick quest here. know what? No. I like that actually. Okay. Oh, this arena is huge. This is interesting. I'm gonna save this one. That's what I should be doing. Alright, hold on. Let's start on Notepad. Where is my Notepad? Okay. Okay, game AI, what are they called? What are they fucking called? Okay. Prompts, save them in document, start a new folder. Game prompts. Another new folder. What do we call this? NeoHash. What do we call it? Maps. So then we call this maps. We'll call this safe haven. Furnace. Forest. And a lake. we do it again? This is north. Why are we back here? Add decorative elements to the wilderness. That's a good one right there. I'll keep that. Add ambient sound to the haven. I guess I what am I waiting on? Animations. independent logic. Yeah, we're fancy.
Maker is the functionality.